Assalamu alaikum. This is the final chapter of history of Abu Bakr al-Siddiq. We hope you enjoy watching the video. If you like this video, please share and subscribe. Thank you. After assuming the office of Caliph, Abu Bakr's first address was as follows. I have been given authority over you, although I am not the best among you. If I succeed, please assist. Set me straight if I make a mistake. Sincere regard for the truth is loyalty, whereas disdain for the truth is betrayal. If Allah wills, the weak among you shall be strong with me, until I have secured his rights, and the strongest among you shall be weak in my presence until I have taken from him the rights of others. Obey me, as long as I am also obeying Allah and his Prophet. But you owe me no obedience. If I disobey Allah and his Prophet, get up and offer a prayer. May Allah have mercy on you. Abu Bakr ruled as Caliph for 27 months. During this time, he successfully crushed the rebellion of Arab tribes across the Arabian Peninsula in the Ridda Wars. During the final months of his reign, he dispatched Khalid ibn al-Walid to conquer the Sassanid Empire in Mesopotamia and the Byzantine Empire in Syria. This would initiate a historical trend that would be continued by Umar and Uthman ibn Affan, resulting in the establishment of one of the largest empires in human history within a few short decades. During his caliphate, state affairs remained stable, although he had little time to focus on administration. On the advice of Omar and Abu Ubaidah ibn al-Jarrah, he agreed to receive a salary from the state treasury and cease his cloth business. As soon as Abu Bakr took over, problems started to happen. Several Arab tribes started uprisings, which put the new community and state at risk of being divided and unstable. The wars that the Caliphate fought against these uprisings are called the Ridda Wars, which mean wars of apostasy. There were two types of opposition movements. One type tried to challenge the new Caliphate's political power and Islam's religious authority by promoting different ideas, led by political leaders who claimed to be prophets like Muhammad. These rebellions include Banu Azad ibn Khuzaimah, headed by Tulayha ibn Khuwaylid; Banu Hanifa, headed by Musaylimah; Banu Taglib, and the Bani Tamim, headed by Sajah; and the Al-Ansi, headed by Al-Aswad al-Ansi. These leaders are all denounced in Islamic histories as false prophets. The second type of opposition was more purely political in nature. Some of these revolts took the form of tax revolts in Najd, among tribes such as the Banu Fazara and the Banu Tamim. Others, who didn't agree with the Muslims, used Prophet Muhammad's death at first to try to stop the growth of the new Islamic State. The Rabia in Bahrain, the Azd in Oman, and the Kinda and Qalan in Yemen are among them. Abu Bakr probably knew it was important for the state's survival to control the different tribes of Arabia. He sent Khalid ibn Walid and a group of soldiers to put down the revolts in Najd and Musaylimah, which were the most dangerous. Concurrently, Shurahbil ibn Hassana and Alala al-Hadrami were sent to Bahrain, while Ikrimah ibn Abi Jahal, Hudayfa al-Baraki, and Arfaja al-Baraki were instructed to conquer Oman. Finally, al-Muhajir ibn Abi Amaya and Khalid ibn Asad were sent to Yemen to aid the local governor in re-establishing control. Abu Bakr also made use of diplomatic means, in addition to military measures. As Prophet Muhammad had done before him, he used marriage alliances and financial incentives to bind former enemies to the caliphate. As an example, a member of the Banu Hanifa tribe, who assisted Muslims, was given a land estate as a reward. Similarly, after repenting and rejoining Islam, a Kinda rebel, named Alashith ibn Qais, was later given land in Medina and the hand of Abu Bakr's sister, Farwa, in marriage. At their heart, the Ridda movements were challenges to the political and religious supremacy of the Islamic State. Through his success in suppressing the insurrections, Abu Bakr had in effect continued the political consolidation that had begun under Prophet Muhammad's leadership, with relatively little interruption. By the war's end, he had made Islam the main religion in the Arabian Peninsula. Arabia is now a single, strong, centrally organized state, with a strong military. This means that the Byzantine and Sasanian empires, which are close by, might be worried about this area. Abu Bakr may have thought that one of these powers would eventually launch a preemptive strike against the young caliphate, so he thought it would be best to do it himself. In 633, small armies were sent to Iraq and Palestine, where they took over several towns. Abu Bakr was confident, despite his conviction that the Byzantines and Sassanians would fight back. The two empires had been at war for centuries, so any forces sent to Arabia would likely be smaller and weaker. A more important advantage, though, was that the Muslim fighters were good at what they did and were very passionate, partly because they were sure their cause was right. Also, most Muslims believe the community must be protected at all costs. Abu Bakr was instrumental in the written preservation of the Quran. After the hard-fought victory over Musaylimah at the Battle of Yamamah in 632, Umar has said he had noticed that about 500 Muslims who memorized the Quran had been killed. Umar asked Abu Bakr for permission to write down the scriptures so they wouldn't be lost or changed. He was worried that if they weren't written down, they might be lost or changed. At first, the caliph was unsure. He was said to have said, "How can we do what the Prophet of Allah himself did not do?" He eventually gave in, though, and gave the job of gathering the scattered verses to Zayd ibn Thabit, who had previously worked as one of Prophet Muhammad's scribes. Every 3 months, the pieces were found. They included the ribs of palm branches, leather scraps, stone tablets, and from the hearts of men. The collected work was transcribed onto sheets and confirmed via comparison with Quran memorization experts. The completed codex, known as the Mushaf, was presented to Abu Bakr, who bequeathed it to Umar before his death. Upon Umar's death, his daughter Hafsa, who had been one of Prophet Muhammad's wives, inherited the Mushaf. This volume, borrowed from Hafsa, served as the basis for Uthman's legendary prototype, and eventually became the definitive Quranic text. All subsequent editions are derived from this first edition. Abu Bakr fell ill on August 23, 634, and did not recover. Due to his high fever, he was confined to bed. His illness was protracted, and as his condition deteriorated, he sensed his impending death. When he realized this, he sent Ali a message, asking him to do his ghusl, since Ali had done it for Prophet Muhammad before. Abu Bakr thought he should choose his successor, so the Muslims wouldn't fight about it after he died. He appointed Umar to this position, after consulting with his companions. Some of them supported the nomination, while others opposed it, due to Umar's stern nature. Abu Bakr's last will and testament were written by him and given to Uthman ibn Affan. In the name of the Most Merciful. This is Abu Bakr bin Abu Quhafa's last will and testament, when he is in the last hour of this world, and the first of the next, an hour in which the unbeliever must believe, and the wicked must be convinced of their evil ways. I nominate Umar ibn al-Khattab as my successor. Therefore, listen to him, and obey him if he acts right, confirm his actions. My intentions are good, but I cannot see the future results. On the other hand, those who do wrong will face severe consequences in the hereafter. Fare you well. May you always be attended by the divine favor of blessing. Umar led the funeral prayer for him, and was buried beside the Prophet Muhammad's grave. Thank you for watching the final chapter of the history of Abu Bakr al-Siddiq. Make sure you share and subscribe to this channel, and press the notification button. Thank you and wassalam.